Hey everyone, I'll be covering all of the Nintendo Switch's game announcements for the second week of January, so let's get started. Explore and reshape distant worlds in Astroneer. Use every tool at your disposal by altering terrain, gathering materials, exploring further than you've ever explored before, and crafting useful tools. 4-player online drop-in and drop-out co-op is being worked on for the Switch. Game Freak revealed that Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX is a remake of the classic Red and Blue Rescue Team games, packaged with quality of life changes and a gorgeous picture book art style. Expanding the first 3 generations, collect Pokemon, train and race them while exploring varied dungeons with tons of traps and puzzles at the ready. Broken Lines is an alternative World War II game that combines both RPG and strategy playstyles into one fluid and realistic gameplay session where actions weigh heavy with severe consequences. Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition is finally set to release January 28th. This point-and-click adventure game is all about the mystery that takes place in a secret highway and the caves beneath Kentucky and the folks who travel within it. All of the acts and interludes will be included for Switch. Arc System Works is bringing together over 100 of his most famous characters from the Guilty Gear, Blast Blue, and River City series into one over-the-top pixel art brawler and Code Shifter. Fight with up to 4 players to correct the game world and send everyone back home in one piece. The indie darling Later Alligator features a quirky 2D animations and a point-and-click story adventure package with over 30 goofy mini-games to experience and over 100 residents to investigate after a massive conspiracy sweeps the streets of New York City. Ita wakes up only to find out that her entire family has been murdered. Soon after, a strange spirit begins to guide her as she seeks power and revenge in this fast twin-stick shmup bullet hell action shooter with over 18 deadly bosses to take down. You live a monotonous and repetitive lonely life in the coldest, overpopulated, ever-expanding city in Mosaic. With constant distractions, faceless crowds surrounding you, you make your way to work with no real meaning until one crucial day when strange things start to happen on your commute to work that will change everything. Travel through different environments and gather parts by defeating enemies. Build an arsenal and unleash powerful abilities as you customize your fighter and take them to online arenas and tournaments in Megabyte Punch. 4-player local co-op and versus is also included. Embracelet is a coming-of-age story about family, friendship, love, loss, and a mysterious magical bracelet. A boy travels to a small island seeking for his grandfather, only to find a deadly adventure full of puzzles. FDG Entertainment announced on Twitter that Slaying 2 is releasing this year on the hybrid console. This endless action RPG is all about fast and hectic combat, where you must remain sharp, as the levels get ever more grueling where you progress. Drunk Food Wasted Masters is a physics-based fighting party game with absurd ragdoll physics in both local and online play. Take out your intoxicated fury by downing enemies with a variety of techniques and melee weapons in several gameplay modes. The futuristic retro action platformer Infinite Beyond the Mind lets you play as Tanya and Olga as you explore 16 side-scrolling stages rife with enemy troops, platforming challenges, and intense boss fights. Black Moor 2 was shadow dropped in the eShop. This platforming brawler contains all of its previously available content with tons of playable characters, a story mode, a dungeon creator mode, and a Street Fighter 2 style fighting mode with online and local versus play. Carefully calculate your movements to get to the end of the trail in Nikki, the Home Alone golf ball. Earn skills and knowledge to finish challenges in fewer turns and take on your friends or the world in global rankings. You wake up in a decrepit old mansion where a woman with jade eyes stands right in front of you, informing that you're the new owner of the house and she's your maid, as she introduces you to 4 doors, each with their very own gut-wrenching story to tell in the House of Fire Morgana, Dreams of the Revenants edition. Expanding on the found phone horror format, Simulacra 2 brings with it a new app, more complex narratives, a larger live-action cast, and deeper look into the darker side of the internet. Customize your android's appearance and utilize the latest humanoid mouth technology to assimilate and ascend in Speaking Simulator. Start off with simple tasks that will eventually lead to you blending into human society in every facet. Takuya just finished medical school and started his internship. He's assigned to work with his previous senpai Ryu as he strives to follow in her footsteps a potential love triangle develops. Designed to play and feel like a classic Game Boy game, Stronga's Red Bow is a story-driven narrative puzzler where you'll help Ro find the answers as to why she's in this world to begin with. Carosoft continues porting their Sims to the Switch. In Anime Studio Story, you'll take over a studio and produce the best anime possible by micromanaging publications and quality. Set out on an adventure to discover Aizen's mysterious origins and C-Cards, a sci-fi turn-based pixel art RPG where you upgrade abilities, cores, chips, and you activate power-ups with the support of fairies. The story-driven action game Tower Tale has you fighting your way up the elusive tower with challenging bosses in each level. And that's all the game announcements we'll be covering this week. The Pokemon Direct was fantastic. The Sword and Shield DLC expansion looked very promising, and I'm very glad that I nailed the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon prediction. So with all that said, as per always, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate the support, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe and hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. See ya!